Welcome back to Family Investment. Closing bell, week 6. I thought that I have to come online to share with you guys and the club members because it's been a crazy week. Things seems to be falling from the skies and some stocks are going up. But we want to discuss what we have today. I wish I had all the answers, but let's discuss what we have today. And to begin this segment, let's just recap really what is the craziness in the market just now. Uber shares dropped 8% despite the fact they were beating highest breaking quarter ever. Same for AMD, the best quarter, 7.6 billion, and yet they were falling. Google increased the capex high, it's supposed to be great news, but they dropped 8%, recovered slightly, and they're still there. And guess what? Even going through to the ARM and Qualcomm earnings, they were down as well. Funny enough, you know who's up today? SMCI. The boy that nobody likes months ago is up. So that's why today we will be talking about our closing bell. But before I begin, I would like to thank all the club members who support the channel, who support the cause that I am doing here. And one thing I really enjoy, which I've brought in the last 2 weeks, is the members of the week, because Ian, Lo, and also TDEs Tan, week 5 and week 6 members, they're all here sharing their stories. What I really enjoy that I learned in this whole journey is listening to stories, background of folks who share why they invest, what got them into investing, and the risk management. So please do, for you members, come and read their stories. And one thing I find in common between you guys is you guys got a similar background career, and maybe perhaps it explains to me when I speak to you guys about your risk management portfolio. So it's quite common. So it's great. The BUYTRIGGER community is to connect everybody, to learn from one another, and the more I interact with you guys, I do learn as well, especially portfolio management and how people act on different situations. Thank you very much. Okay, so for the closing bell this week, let's go to recap what we want to go and speak about. So the post-war, the earnings, growth stocks, Qualcomm and ARM, see what we can capture, and also the next earning. But then again, it keeps falling from the sky. I wish it was a bit more bullish, but no, there's no magic button that can help us push, but we just have to understand. I think this whole DeepSeek saga is really causing the issue. But before I go, I think gold at all-time high suggests that people are taking profit, cashing out. Is it because of the Trump coming through with Elon Musk? Is it because of the high US dollar? We're still trying to uncover, is it because the interest rates or the inflation or the high debt? But we're still not there yet. We're still not uncovering really the honesty why people are pulling out the cash, going to the sideline. And also the currency, the Trump trade wars, the drama back on Monday, the Canadian and the Mexican currency caused a whole ripple down. And then hours later, they negotiated, putting 10,000 borders at each petrol borders, and things recovered. So anybody on the Forex exchange have been minting it, making money, but did they expect the recovery? We don't know. But the volatility is always an opportunity. And now with Nvidia dropping DeepSeek 2 weeks ago, people buying the dip at the 113 range, I bought some myself, and seemed to recover because if we come across here, we can see that Nvidia is up crazy 5% today. So those buying the dip are going, yes, we knew it all along. Okay. So coming back to the screen, Nvidia. And so the capture that I really want to share with everybody is the 3 stocks that happened last night. They were all coming down by the 7% terminology. They were common. They all beat the earnings, and yet they kept dropping. So is this high gold and high cash taking? Is the whole DeepSeek really deepening the pain, throwing salt onto the wound, telling us that perhaps US is spending way too much on capex, or it's just an excuse for folks to just pull the market lower and hoping to scare retail investors. But retail investors are buying. They're buying, they bounce back up. Is it right? Is it wrong? But let's visit the facts that I have. So why is Uber down? Okay. Uber down is really Q1 because 0.5 billion less expected. They did really well in Q4. Okay. And just because the next quarter was slightly less, maybe they're just being a bit more apprehensive. US dollar is hurting the international revenue because US dollar is too strong. And perhaps the robo-taxi, the Tesla versus Uber saga that people speak about is causing a concern. That what if Tesla come with the robo-taxi at the end of the year, but Uber is way more. People are comparing apples versus apples, which I think is wrong. But let time uncover itself. So Uber is down for that very reason, not very convincing. And then follow on with AMD. Sorry for the wrong chart there, but for AMD, they're down because the MI300 data has shown some decline and perhaps suggests that the Q1 and Q2 are going to be flat-ish, suggesting that the demand for Blackwell data center might not be as expected. Maybe the whole DeepSeek saga is causing the likes of Google and Facebook to move along for custom chips, okay, that caused AMD to come down. And then with Google, why is it down? Okay, they're still buying back shares. They're still breaking record quarters. YouTube keeps growing. But I think it's the increased CapEx spending, which people think that, why are you increasing your CapEx? Why are you not cutting staff? The number of staff at Google is 184,000 staff still. They have not tried to cut and reduce. And perhaps that's why. Maybe it's margin. And the cloud slightly underperformed, and that hence caused Facebook to go all-time high today. Okay, I personally think it's the whole middle child syndrome. I shared this with club members today. Middle child syndrome, why? Look, Nvidia is up because Nvidia Blackwell will sell out. If anybody wants high performance chips, Nvidia wins. No more second place. But if they want to go for a cheaper option, AMD is no longer the second in command. They rather go for the younger child, Broadcom. Broadcom's up 4% today. And Meta, because Google isn't doing very well and everybody goes to Meta, say, Meta, you are the poster child now, and let's pump you up, all-time high. And Uber versus Tesla, Uber is down almost 8% and Tesla is only down 3%. So it's that comparison, the middle child syndrome, that 3 kids before they're the middle child and they're getting punished for their share price. That's what I reckon. That's what I think, that liquidity has flown out that way. Okay, so now the interesting one is growth stocks. I noticed we may have seen stocks on the decline, but then there's some stocks that are on the uptrend. So let me bring up my chart, not this one of course, and this one. So there's 5 stocks I know. Well, one of them that you know, Palantir, has gone up. So year to date for Duolingo is up 20%. When I say year to date, it's only a month past here. They're up 20%. Okay, and HIMS stock is up 67% year to date. So 1st of January until now, it's gone up 67% in 30 days. Palantir, the hero of the week, 34%, and it's actually gone tenfold. 2 years ago, folks were buying $9. Lots of people are coming out saying, I bought it at $9. Now it's 10x for me. Shall I sell? Everybody's holding. People are claiming that it's going to go $200 soon. Okay, and then Robinhood, 37% year to date. Okay, year to date again, 30 days. And then we got Roblox. Do you remember Roblox? We made fun of it. We thought it's going to go bankrupt. No, it's up 28% year to date. These are all the growth stock that I'm not saying I recommend them or I say they're good, but these are the ones that you folks are watching out. Some folks are doing on a portfolio because of this. Personally, out of 5, I own Robinhood, and also within the club itself, I have HIMS as one of my good high risk stocks, but I don't own them, but I know certain individual in the club members do own them. So well done to all of you. Okay, so those are the growth stocks that we should be monitoring. I will be watching with a hawk eye, seeing where it would go. So buy trigger, as always, people explaining to what buy trigger is. I just want to explain that buy trigger is a membership site that I showcase my database, and now I am slowly updating the database here. And with each and every earning, I'll update them 4 times a year, and we have 4 new ones coming through. Palo Alto, Coherent, Amba, Crochet, which I'll be updating end of this week. Okay, so buy trigger, join us, the community. If not, always follow me on X and Thread, which I share openly with everybody. So for the earnings this week, who's left? On Thursday, I'm watching Amazon. I own Amazon. I'm also watching Roblox. Now they're on the radar for me. Am I missing out of Roblox that I'm not seeing? So Roblox is an interesting one. So far, Walt Disney losing 700,000 subscribers. I need to go in depth with ARM and Qualcomm to see whether there are opportunity. So if you go back to my chart here on Qualcomm, if I go to Qualcomm, if I can find Qualcomm with all this very, very small handwriting. Okay, Qualcomm, or perhaps I will just type Qcom. Oh, I think I saw that. So Qualcomm is a B+. I do like Qualcomm. I think Qualcomm is still on buy trigger. So Qualcomm 181, if it drops, it's an opportunity. So for those who don't own, the secondary semi stocks, Qualcomm is great. And again, don't oversaturate yourself buying too much semi stocks. You need a bit of balance. And I really like ARM as well. ARM is way within the buy trigger range, but I am going to visit it again today to see if I can do a bit of forecast. Okay, so Qualcomm 8091, but maybe I need to rejig the EPS and see the forecast to see how far we can go, because the value at 174 just now at ARM is actually, people are paying it 2028, but I need to check the forecast going forward for that. So club members, you guys will get an update pretty soon, by tomorrow or Friday, on Qualcomm and ARM to see whether they are good additions to the stock. So I guess this is short, closing bell for the week. A lot to digest and a lot to monitor on the situation. I think the whole DeepSeek saga, people are still thinking that it's a risk to all the semi stocks, regardless of all the great earnings. I've seen the earnings, they've beat record quarters going. People are very, very cautious about Q1, not trying to over report. But again, folks, analysts have been very, very spoiled. Even retail investors, we have all been very, very spoiled. The fact that we expect the Nvidia type step ladder every quarter should beat every quarter. We used to compare year on year, but now we're expecting quarter on quarter beat. So this is it for now. I will report as soon as I hear more news. Hope you enjoy this segment, and hope to see you guys soon. And I'll finish off with some music. But hey ho, this is where we are. Take care. Goodbye. See you soon.